Hello, movie. And in case you've seen it, you definitely need to watch this. So here we go. 7 hidden details you missed in Avatar The Way of Water is packed with imagery and Easter eggs revealing secrets of the past and hints of Pandora's future. Avatar The Way of Building in 2009, James Cameron made cinematic history with Avatar, a lavish production that revolutionized 3D technology and became the highest grossing film of all time. Over a decade later, Avatar 2 The Way of Water returns to the planet Pandora, but this time Cameron moves to the rainforests of the sea, the coral reefs. Tribe for safe harbor. Naturally, it doesn't take long for things to go badly wrong, with the war against the Sky People finding its way to the sea as well. Number 7. Avatar The Way of Water reveals Navi's tribes have evolved differently. Avatar The Way of Water reveals the Navi's clans of Pandora have evolved to suit their own unique environments. The Metkayina, for example, have longer tails and thicker arms to help them swim, while the Umatikaya are thinner and with different muscle structures optimized for swinging and climbing. There are apparently 15 different Navi clans, and presumably all of them have evolved in slightly different ways. Hopefully, James Cameron's sequel will explore some of the other tribes. Number 6. Kiri doesn't need to hold her breath as much as the others. Kiri is the only one of Jake's children who settles straight into this new environment, largely because she feels like she can hear Iowa's heartbeat in the ocean. She's able to spend a tremendous amount of time in the water, holding her breath for much longer than her brothers. In fact, in some scenes she has her mouth open underwater, perhaps meaning she can actually breathe beneath the waves. Her bond with Iowa is shown to be strong enough to control life through Iowa, a power that proves useful by the end of Avatar The Way of Water. Number 5. Kiri's epileptic fit is in reality a baptism. Following the messianic imagery, Kiri's epileptic fit is best understood as a baptism. Cameron's interpretation is a little different from the messianic imagery here, of course. The Jewish traditions that influence Christianity saw the water as a symbol of death because the sea takes and doesn't give back, in their view, and resurrection. Cameron's focus is on the baptism as a moment of intimacy and self-actualization. Kiri meets her mother and is reassured she's loved. In the Bible, Jesus' baptism was accompanied by a voice from heaven in which God declared him to be his beloved Son. Number 4. Jake's use of human technology is what gives him away in Avatar The Way of Water. Jake may have been embraced by the Na'vi, but still defaults to Sky People ways. He trained the Amaticaya to steal human weapons, waging war against the Sky People with their own technology. He then chose to leave the tribe to protect his family, a course of action unlikely to ever occur to the Na'vi. Kiri's coma prompts him to turn to Sky People science yet again, calling out doctors to help treat her. This mistake is what allows Colonel Quaritch to figure out where Jake is, because by now he understands no native Na'vi would ever think to call up a chopper. Number 3. Avatar The Way of Water's Tolkien hunt shows how Spider has absorbed the Na'vi teachings. The Sky People hunt the Tolkien, killing the creatures for a single brain enzyme that apparently halts human aging, and thus is being used to fund the whole expedition to Pandora. Spider may be Colonel Quaritch's son, but he has been brought up as a Na'vi, and he's appalled at the waste As seen in the first film, the Na'vi consider life sacred and they do not waste a death, using all the meat of an animal for food, its hide to make clothes, and its bones for weapons and tools. Spider has observed this way of life and simply can't understand the waste as the Tolkien corpse is left floating in the sea. Number 2. Spider isn't truly considered a Sully in Avatar The Way of Water. Avatar The Way of Water sets up Neytiri as the one who doesn't really accept Spider, culminating in a shocking moment where she threatens his life. But the film strongly suggests Jake and Neytiri adopted son isn't really considered part of the family at all, notably in a scene where the family gathers together and show no hint of concern for him. So let's stick together, they declare, ignoring the fact Spider was last seen swimming into a sinking boat. The only one who appears to really care about Spider as a family member is Kiri, helping set her up as a bridge between the Na'vi and the Sky People. Number 1. Kiri brings light to the darkness in Avatar The Way of Water. The end of Avatar The Way of Water stresses Kiri's messianic role in a subtle way, as she guides bioluminescent fish to her family. The image of the Messiah as light and revelation is central to the biblical story, and the New Testament envisions Jesus as a guide rather than a power figure, so this seems very appropriate. The film avoids associating Kiri with acts of spectacle such as the Tolkien attack, instead giving her a much more subtle role in the third act.